This was over $400 to make slushies. And just like the Ninja Creamy, it has been viral all over the internet. But just like the Ninja Creamy, everyone who's reviewing it is being paid to do it because they're all sponsored posts. I wanna see if it's actually worth the hype, because Ninja Creamy I loved. But this, just for slushies, seems like a lot of money. Let's unbox it, ASMR style.
Give me that.
How did I miss this in the ASMR? Okay, I'm done. So it came with a quick start guide that Kevin was reading, but also had a QR code that I could scan and watch the videos. It's pretty interesting, which is really great for both of our different learning styles. I love that.
Apparently it's got a sensor in it that detects if there's not enough sugar content. It actually runs electricity through the mixture to test its conductivity, and then it knows if there's enough sugar or not, because it needs sugar.
Or too much alcohol, apparently.
I guess if it runs for a while and then it gets to a freezing point, but it doesn't detect that the mixture is just like freezing, then it's like, it must be too much alcohol.
Apparently you've got to like take it all apart and hand wash it, and you can put it in the dishwasher, but you can't put it on a heat cycle, so it's finicky. So this is very expensive, it's very heavy, it is very big, and it's just for slushies. And also, you have a minimum liquid amount. You have to fill it at least to this point. So I don't know if that's gonna be like too much for 2 people or for 1 person. It sucks that there's not like a smaller attachment that you can put on it for just like 1 single serving. But I like the idea of making like these really cool flavorful slushies for a party, but how often you can break out a $450 slushie machine for a party unless you're like really big into hosting, you know? The other thing, you cannot put solids in this at all. So if you wanted to make an Oreo milkshake, you literally cannot. You'd have to make like a vanilla milkshake and then crush up your Oreos and then add that to it afterwards. So there are limitations, but let's see. Should we get our first recipe in there? First one we're gonna do is like a traditional slushie. We decided Coca-Cola, because that's what I've been seeing so many videos with online. Everyone's making Coke slushies. Good? Yep. That's not that much pop. We're about down to the label line. Okay, so then we have options. It says frozen juice, milkshake, frappe, spike slushie, or slushie. So we're gonna do, I need a timer. There's no timer, so it doesn't give you any indication of how long it's gonna take. So we'll see how long this takes with the minimal amount of liquid for pop. Been about 5 minutes, and you can see it's actually starting to get icy and slushy. I'm surprised. I thought it would be liquid for a very long time. It's 11 minutes and 30 seconds, and it beeped, and then it like shivered.
I wonder if it was like a compressor, like a fridge compressor type thing in there that shut off when it
Maybe, because it was like, whoa. It says you pour it while it's still running. If you don't want to serve immediately, this will stay this consistency, and it'll stay on for 12 hours. Oh, that's liquidy. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Can I have my slushie now? It's like only giving me the liquid. Am I doing this right?
I think so.
I swear it said in the video to keep it on while you're dispensing.
Slowly pull the pour handle towards you to start dispensing.
Okay, it's definitely supposed to be running. Oh, it's pooping in the glass. I'm wondering if this is why every video we've seen has like a very full container, because then it pours and it looks really satisfying. It doesn't look like this.
You're just not gonna talk about that?
What, what's it called? Those things in the sand, in the stone, in the desert, and they create this over time?
What?
We've seen them. You don't know what I'm talking about?
It's
a sand statue.
That's not how those are created though.
No, but it's what it looks like. It's not one consistency, because it poured out a bunch of liquid and then it poured out a bunch of chunks of frozen. Okay, initial thoughts.
It worked.
It worked.
Really fast.
I'm honestly 11 minutes. 11 minutes and 30 seconds for the minimal amount of liquid with just pop. And it did work. I feel like I do want it more slushy. Like, I feel like for me, I think having a colder temperature would have been better to have it thicker.
The ice is like very fine.
It's not chunky. Okay, on, and then rinse, pour water in, and then dispense it out. That comes out fast. There's definitely still a ton of liquid in there that doesn't want to come out though.
I'm gonna tilt it forward.
Don't do that.
Why?
I don't know.
What's gonna happen?
I don't know, Kevin, but it said don't do that. So that's cool that it can like rinse out that way and flush out the last bit of slushy, but you still need to take it apart because there's still lots of stuff in there. Okay, so you pull this off. Oh, I guess a lot of the liquid is out. I feel like we just need to rinse it, huh?
When you tilt it, it does.
The auger slips off.
I saw there's like a condensation tray too, this thing. So just look at that.
Yeah, then
That's
this,
cool too.
and then you just wipe this down. Okay, that's actually not that bad. Ready for the next recipe? We've got 3 more recipes to try out, and the next one is a bit more involved, so we gotta get going. I need the juice and apple cider vinegar.
Should be in there.
Okay, I see juice, and I don't see apple cider. Where did you put apple cider?
I can't remember. It's in there somewhere.
Oh.
Was it right in front of you?
It was on the bottom shelf. It wasn't right in front of me. I was always 100% that person who opens up the fridge door and looks around for 2 seconds and is like, Mom, where's the milk? When it's clearly right in front of me. Guilty. But you put one of those I Spy books in front of me and my hyperfocus would kick in and I would tune out the whole world until I found those 10 thimbles. Well, June's Journey is like that, but in mobile game form. With the cute aesthetic, it is a free to download hidden object game. And the scenes are just chef's kiss. Think vintage cozy and full of all those tiny details. You get a little thrill every time you find the next item on your list. It's like a mix of nostalgia and the satisfaction of checking something off of your to-do list. As you work your way through the levels, you're also customizing and fixing up a gorgeous mansion and dreamy gardens. It's the kind of thing that makes you feel like you're being productive even though you're actually totally relaxing. And there is never a dull moment. You can unlock new chapters as you progress through the story, join in events, and win prizes or team up in clubs for social competitions. It is free to download on Android and iOS. You can click the link down below or scan the QR code and get pulled into its own little escape world. Let's get into the next recipe. We're gonna make a peach Bellini mocktail with some sparkling apple cider, and I've got some canned peaches. Of all the recipes I saw on TikTok, this one I feel like had the most amount of views. It looked really delicious. The problem is, like everything else on TikTok, they give you no quantity as a recipe.
So how are you gonna figure it out then?
I don't know.
Are you just guessing?
I'm just gonna guess. We're gonna feel it out, Kevin. Peaches.
Would have been good for the ASMR side.
I know. So it looked like she basically covered her peaches in this. Hey.
What is it?
That sticker.
You're not gonna wipe the sticky juice off your finger?
No, I'm gonna touch everything first. I love that you like notice that too, that touch the juice, and it's just like you have sticky fingers and now you're just gonna go around touching everything. You're really not gonna watch it. Nope. Oh, right. So because you can't put solids in it, you have to like puree things to make everything liquid before it goes in.
Why does she do this to me?
I'm gonna need your assistance. It has like a...
Why would you?
Oh my God.
Have you ever opened one of those before?
No.
I've never opened one of those
I really
before.
don't think I have. This is all you.
What if it like takes one of our eyes out or hits Archie? What do you do with it? You
Just
untwist
don't
this?
break anything. I can't see what you're doing.
Well, I'm trying not to explode it.
Cater to the camera. Don't damage our new
These
ceiling.
things are dangerous. Why would you?
Should we put on glasses? Goggles?
Probably. Is it
Don't
gonna,
lift it up!
Well, is it gonna, when I pull this, is it gonna spray everywhere?
No, it shouldn't. I think that's only if you shake it,
Okay.
yeah.
It's stuck. It doesn't want to come out anymore.
I scare so easy. This is a heavy camera. Can you hurry up?
You do this part then.
Absolutely not.
Oh, it's almost there, I think.
Well, that's a lot more visible.
Look at that. Look how much it's swelled up.
Oh, see, that was fun.
That was not fun. I mean, the one part was fun.
You're welcome. Was scaring me?
Yeah.
It's so mean. So rude. I think this is supposed to mimic like champagne, maybe?
Why is that so heavy for you?
Have you tried lifting it?
Yes, after you said about how heavy it was.
It's aggressively heavy.
Do you need a funnel or something? Or? No, she's just gonna go for it and make a mess everywhere.
Should I just, I don't know, I trust myself. Am I just going? Okay, I did. I'm gonna do a spike slush, even though it's a non-spike slush. I'm gonna do a spike slush, even though it's a non-spiked spike slush.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not. I'm second guessing it now.
I assume that when you push spike, it changes the temperature because of the alcohol.
Slush?
Yeah, I would just do
But I feel like last time I wanted a little bit thicker, so I'm gonna go colder.
See this like band on here?
Yeah,
That's
it like
the ice
immediately
crystals.
starts cooling. Cool. All right, see how long this takes. It's been 25 minutes. And we have some theories. So if this was full of liquid, I feel like it could get a lot thicker because it would all be touching this. But because we're not doing a higher volume, it's all just pushed towards the front. It doesn't seem to want to thicken up. Coke was 11 minutes. This has been 26 minutes. So we did start off with a slush consistency, and I did try to make it colder. I accidentally made it warmer. So I feel like last time we wanted a little bit thicker. So I'm gonna go colder. So we put it on for more time. But I still feel like after this much time of it spinning, it should be thicker. Let's try it. This recipe said grenadine in the bottom. Okay. Consistency seems not bad. I thought it was a lot waterier than it was. It looks amazing. It looks a lot better than what I could do with like a pina colada in a blender. Oh my gosh. I just got all grenadine. Too much grenadine. That's my fault. I will say that it's the best slushie I've ever had. But that's because most of them are just like sugar bombs with no flavor. And I love that I was able to customize this with the flavors and things that I wanted. Come try.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Like that on a summer day? I mean, it's still winter, it's very snowy outside, so drinking an icy drink isn't the coziness that I would like today.
It's too sweet overall. I think I would like add water to the mixture.
Yeah, I don't know that we needed the grenadine, because the grenadine is very, very
But it
sweet.
makes it look so pretty.
It really does. That's delicious, so. I like that we can do like really fancy slushies. Let's see if we can do a frappuccino. Now, I have figured out how to make the perfect, most delicious iced coffee at home. I'm obsessed with it. And we have it basically every day when it's not freezing cold outside. But I can't make a frappuccino, and I love frappuccinos. It's just not the same when you make it in a blender. Like it's really not. So I'm excited to see how this does with the Starbucks Frappuccino. I've got the mocha Frappuccino liquid. So we'll see how it like blends up. We only needed 2. Frappe. Timer. Do its magic. 18 minutes. Why did it like double in size? Because it's not just me, right? It's huge. The other ones, which were all like the minimum amount or close to, was just in the front, but this is gigantic.
I wonder what would have happened if you had put it up to the max fill line.
It feels like there'd be no room for it. Got some caramel. Ready? Come on. I just want that satisfying pour and not the per pop for pops. Well, here we go.
Almost like soft serve ice cream.
Yeah, I'm a little bit scared to see how little it pours out with like the Dole Whip and the milkshake when it's even thicker.
What's wrong?
It's like frost, but not in a good way. It's like foamy milk. It says dairy, so you can't try it, but like imagine you're basically drinking the foam off of a latte. I feel like it doesn't have a lot of that flavor, and it's just foam. It's an off-putting consistency.
I don't think it's fair to judge the machine on that because that's just the Starbucks Frappuccino. That's more of the internet.
This is what everyone's been using on the internet. Now I could try making my own recipe with my own like chilled coffee and my own creamer and see how it does with that. I feel like this wasn't the best in this, but I also feel like this kind of ruined this by making it foam.
I'd be curious to try our own recipe. Like to
I would be too. Look how foamy it is. Are you guys really liking this in it? Or are you making your own? Or like, no, I keep trying it, hoping it's different. I hope the milkshake's better. Ninja recipe book, I'm not messing around. So if this doesn't work, it is not anybody else's fault but Ninja. Also, would people really be buying this like make milkshakes? I love that it can make milkshakes, but you can make milkshake using ice cream in a blender. Nice thing about this is you're not using just like pre-bought ice cream. Also, have you guys seen the controversy where the ice cream doesn't melt? It's super weird. Have you seen it?
What?
The pure ice cream brands melt. The non-ice cream brands, they stay as a fluffy ball. I don't know what they're putting in it. So I like that this is more gourmet in the sense that it has
drumstick.
Yeah, I like that this is like less ingredients than using just like store-bought ice cream, that you're using more like whole ingredients. That's nice. So their recipe calls for 2 cups of whole milk and then 1 cup of heavy cream, a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm even doing the good stuff.
And you're even measuring it.
I'm even measuring. Usually I measure with my heart, but For them?
I've ever seen you measure vanilla.
No, I don't ever measure vanilla. I need 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1/4 cup of chocolate syrup.
Has it gone bad?
It says refrigerate after opening.
So yeah, I'd say it's gone bad.
Oopsie. Let me see if we have any other chocolate syrup. It's hot fudge sauce. Oh, that's very thick.
You gotta melt that.
How am I melting it?
I don't know what it's gonna say on it.
Should I
Will you get your fingers out of my hot fudge sauce?
I need 1/4 cup of that. We got our thick chocolate syrup.
Is it mixing okay?
I think so.
I was worried,
Whoa.
I was worried the fudge was gonna immediately harden up once it went into the cold milk.
And you didn't say anything?
I didn't think about it until you poured it in.
I mean, the worst case scenario is like little chunks of chocolate. It's really not that big of a deal. Stop freaking out, Kevin. Let's go on. Oh,
Might as well pour it in.
you think?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, even though it says no solids, but it's not quite solid. See how long it takes? All right, it beeped at us. It's been 20 minutes. Ooh. Okay, well that was a satisfying pour. Oh, look how creamy it looks. I feel like it didn't double in size the way that the Frappuccino did, even though it's dairy. Well, that looks like a fun milkshake. Well, looks like things on the bones like that. Oh. Oh, hold on. That's a really good milkshake. It feels like very simple, it's not too sweet. I was worried it was gonna be icicle-y, but it's not. And it's not like frothy like the Frappuccino's frothy. It's actually, it's good. I'm really surprised. I feel like it's witchcraft because I feel like the milkshake shouldn't be good. That's the one I thought would be the worst. But I don't make that many milkshakes. It's a very expensive machine for milkshakes. It's very good. I wish you could have. But I'm curious to see like how thick can we go? Because I want to try Dole Whip in it because I've seen people try Dole Whip and Dole Whip is pretty thick. I saw a recipe for it and it was 30 ounces. Oh my God, how am I like even? 30 ounces of pineapple juice, a can of coconut milk, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. So I'm excited to see how this tastes, but I really need that like thick, creamy, smooth Dole Whip consistency. Even though they don't claim to make it, someone online did make it. So it seems like milkshake makes it the coldest, but should we turn it up? It's looking frothy. I'm not sure how much thicker it can get, but it looks to me about right, and it's been 33 minutes, so I'm gonna pour some. Oh my God, it's like a perfect little cylinder plop. Look at it go.
Is that the right consistency?
Looks about right, it looks pretty thick. I mean, to me, Dole Whip is like a soft serve consistency, and I think that's what we have here. Like it's holding its shape, right? It's still nice and soft and creamy. Sounds a little icy. A little icy.
Maybe we set the temperature too cold?
Maybe, but you need to get thick enough. That's the problem. I think if it's any thinner than this, I'd be wrong. So it's a little icy. I don't like this recipe. It's very sour tasting, but Dole Whip is closer to like ice cream than anything. So I think that like the Ninja Creamy maybe would do better Dole Whip than this. I don't know that that's the application for this. I think you can still make this, but it's not as good. My biggest issue is that it was $450 because to me, I think this is very cool for parties and I can see the applications because everything we made today was pretty good, but for $450 and it's giant, and where would I put it? And how much would I actually use? I feel like it's a novelty item that's overpriced. I think if it was more like $150, that would make it more of like a worthwhile entry point. But I do think that things that are like this could be cool if people shared appliances. Like, can that become a thing? Can become a thing where we just share appliances where like I buy one appliance, my sister-in-law buys one appliance, my friend buys one appliance. You're in like a little group where you buy small appliances and then you just share. You know, I could buy this, I already have it. Someone else could get a cotton candy machine, it'd be great.
What if somebody in that group doesn't clean the machine properly and then they send you back your thing and it's all dirty? Do you banish them?
Yes.
What are the rules?
Done, cut, straight to jail.
But then what happens with their machine?
It gets donated to the group to auction off.
Oh, I see.
Let me know if you guys have one, if you love yours, or if you would buy something like this, any other appliances you want me to review. I love you. Thanks for watching.